Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn a new topic known as loci of points. So first of all, let us discuss the definition of the loci of points. So how can we define the locus of point or loci of point? The path traced out by a point moving in a space under given conditions or constraints are known as loci of point or locus of point. The path traced out by a point moving in a space under given conditions or constraints are known as loci of point or locus of point. So let us start with one problem of loci of points. So here is the statement. In a single slider crank mechanism, the connecting rod is 150 mm and crank is 35 mm in length. The other end of connecting rod on the slider moves along a straight line, passing through the center of the crank rotation. Trace the locus of midpoint X of the connecting rod. So this is the single or simple slider crank mechanism. Slider crank mechanism in which the connecting rod is 150 mm. So we can say that AB is a connecting rod and the length of AB is equal to 150 mm and crank is 35 mm. So we can say that OA is a crank. OA is a crank and it is equal to 35 mm and AB is our connecting rod. So AB is a connecting rod and the length of AB is 150 mm. OA is a crank and it is equal to 35 mm. The other end of the connecting rod. So one end is attached to the crank and other end of the connecting rod, it is the end B, on the slider moves along a straight line. So the point B shows us this slider. So the slider moves on a straight line passing through the center of the crank. So this will be the crank and this is the center of the crank. So this slider or the point B moves on a straight line passing through the center of the crank. So this point B will going to slide like this with to and fro motion. So let us discuss about the locus of different points on the line. So if we want to find out the locus of point A, measure O to A and draw a circle. So this will be, the circle will be the locus of point A. So the circle shows the locus of point A. Now we have to find out the locus of midpoint of the connecting rod AB. So the midpoint of connecting rod AB is X. So if we will measure AB is 150 mm and if we want to find out the midpoint of AB, it will be at 75. So we have to find out the locus of point X. And if we want to find out the locus of point X, we have to find out the locus of point B. So as we have discussed that this is the slider, so it will slides on this line and gives us the locus on this line, the line passing through the center of the crank. Here it is given that the other end of the connecting rod on the slider moves along a straight line passing through the center of the crank rotation. So this will be the center of the crank rotation. So it will gives us the locus on this point. So we will get the locus of point B on this line. Now if you want to find out the locus of x, we have to find out the locus of b. For that we have to define, or we have to derive the different position of the crank. So let us discuss that. The crank is rotating in the clockwise direction. So this is the A1 position of the crank, this is the A2 position of the crank, this will be the A3 position of the crank, A4, A5, A6, A7, A8. Now if you want to find out the locus of point B, then whenever the crank reaches at A1, first of all measure the length of the connecting rod. It is 150 mm on the rounder. Now whenever the crank changes its positions at A2, we will get the position of the B, or locus of point B, over here. So this will be the first locus of point B. So right now this is B1, we can say that this is B1, this is B2. Now whenever crank comes over here at A3, it will gives us the locus of B over here at B1. So this will be B3. So we will get the position of B1 and B3 at the same point over here, from A1 to B1 and A3 to B3. Now whenever the crank reaches at A4, the B will slide in the left hand side over here. So this will be B4. Now A5 to B5, B5, A6 to B6, this is B6, A7 to B7, we will get the B7 at B5, so this is B7, A8 to B8, so we will get the B8 same at B4, so this is B8, and again A1 to B1. So these are the locus of B. It is B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6, B7, B8. Now connect this B1, B2, B3, B4, B5 to A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. So this is A1. Now A2 to B2 over here, A2 to B2, A3 to B3, A4 to B4, so B4 and A4, A5 to B5, A5 to B5, A6, B6 will be over here at the same line, A7 to B7, these are the different positions of the connecting rod with reference to the crank, or with reference to the position of the crank. Now A8, B8 over here. Now as we have to find out the locus of midpoint X, measure A1 to X. Now let us say that this is X1, this will be X2 over here, X2, this will be X3 on A3 B3 line, on A3 B3 line this will be X3, A4 on the line A4 B4, this will be x4. Now a5 to b5, this will be x5, a6 b6, this will be over here x6. Over here we will get x7, and on this line over here x8. So these are the locus of x. Now connect this locus with freehand curve. We will get the locus of x point, which is the midpoint of the connecting road AB. So now join the points with freehand curve. We will get the locus of x. This is x6, x7, x8, x1, x2, x3, x5, x4 up to x3. So this will be the locus of x. Thank you.